want to take the time right now to give a big shout out to Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews. He had an excellent interview with Sister Shahrazad Ali on his channel recently, and that tells you a lot about his work because she's not going to just sit down with anybody. So she took a look at his channel and she really likes the way that he covers a lot of topics. And I would say too that Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews, he does an excellent job at being balanced and being truthful in his commentary. I have the link below in the description for you to check out his interview with Sister Shahrazad Ali. They talked about so many different topics. I'm telling you, it is must-see TV for sure. During that interview, there was a very interesting part where Sister Ali spoke about the importance of having a woman that cooks. Take a look.
Our queen is cooking here today. Woo! You are cooking. Could we touch on the food thing? Cause I tell you what, I get so triggered, right? when I'm out and I'm dating. And I asked the cooking question, which to me is so important. The nourishment, nourishment is so. I can't ask it anymore because I get the look, and I just don't understand it. So can you help? Speak about the importance.
Now, when Mediocre Tutorial and Review said that, it was so hilarious, but so sad at the same time to think that we're at an age where these modern women don't even want men to ask them if they cook or clean. It's like such tasks are so beneath them or something. And this is exactly why most modern women, they are not fit for marriage at all. They're not even fit for a relationship. They hate men so much that the thought of having to serve a man totally disgusts them. And a little advice for men out there, when you come across a woman like that gives you the same type of reaction that MTR is talking about, I suggest you cut off conversation. You let her know up front. That's a non-negotiable. How can a woman expect to be married or to be taken seriously and she can't even fulfill basic requirements? Let's be clear. Cooking and cleaning is a basic prerequisite. That's just what has to be done to even be accepted into the program. Ladies, if you want a man, you cannot be dirty, number one, so you should be able to clean up on a regular basis, but you should also know how to cook and you should like doing it. Sometimes you have these women out here who will say, well, I can't cook. Well, if she can't cook, or you may have some that say, I know how to cook, but I don't do it that often. Ask her too. Unless she is willing to cook for you and serve you, you don't need to be dealing with her. And you not only allow her to answer this question for you, but she needs to put it into action. She's gonna have to show her work. And not just once, but all the time. If you eat every day, you're gonna need a woman who cooks every day. Or you're gonna be spending your money on a lot of food and who knows who is prepared by and what's actually in it. So you're gonna need a woman who can at least meet that basic requirement. I'm sorry, it's 2021. There is absolutely no excuse to not know how to cook. People can literally learn how to cook on TikTok. I saw this little kid right here, 3 years old, made a whole dinner. 3 years old, look. Now, if this 3-year-old baby can cook a meal, there is no excuse for any woman out there 20, 30, 40 talking about they don't cook or they don't know how to cook. That's a huge sign of a very lazy woman who does not like to serve her man. But take a look at what Sister Ali had to say.
Well, it's certainly food is what sustains life. Okay. You can live off a drop of water a day for about 2 weeks, but you're not going to live no time eventually without food. You have got to eat. It determines sometimes whether or not we have heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, all of the things that we as black people, certainly high blood pressure, are known to have from a bad diet. Nobody ever taught us don't eat so much salt. Nobody ever taught us don't eat so much bread and rice. Until the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us in How to Eat to Live, book 1 and book 2, and Dick Gregory. That was it. Mm-hmm. Nobody taught us about food. And food is connected to health and life and everything. And while black women talk about they don't want to cook, most of us are overweight. So we're eating somebody's food. All I'm saying is that start cooking something for your own man or some man and for your children so that they will get the proper nutrition so that when they get 21, they don't have diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and heart disease.
Straight bars, the whole interview. That's why I said you guys have to go watch that interview. If you did not see it, you need to watch the whole thing from start to finish. It was really good, full of bars just like that one. Which was a really good point to me. With women being so overweight, it's so crazy how they don't like to cook. And like Sister Ali said, obviously you like to eat. Why is it that you don't like to cook? It's not making any sense. It's just not adding up. Men shouldn't have to be ashamed to ask a woman if she cooks. That's crazy.
Because if you don't eat properly, if we don't change that paradigm of how badly we have been taught to eat, we think eating pork is a cultural dynamic. We think that's something to be proud of. Eat some hog. Oh, I'm going to fix the ribs. That's the only time we have unity. Let's have a block party and all get together and eat all the pork we can. You know, it's terrible. We haven't taught our children to drink water. Many of them are going to have kidney problems. There's a lot of issues that the people who have come into our community don't care nothing about us. They don't care. They just want to make money off us and use us for a tool and a slave. I can't say that enough. And I have the other book, Are You Still a Slave? Which helps you identify how many behaviors are you still practicing that we was forced on us in slavery. And we still doing it now, even without a slave master.
By choice.
You know, we 17 generations up from slavery, and 3/4 of our behavior every day is based on what happened to us then. We're still doing it. It's just a repetition. We're caught up in it.
This is why I referenced you as the oracle, because you see it. You see what's happening. And you've been saying it for decades. You've been saying it for decades.
She spoke nothing but facts. Shout out to Sister Ali. She's been doing this for decades, for over 30 years, speaking nothing but the truth, and her message is the same. She's never wavered. She has not changed. Although some of her detractors from back then, like Iyanla Van Zant, even had to admit that the modern woman is out of control. But back in the day, she was coming for Sister Ali's throat. Again, shout out to Mediocre Tutorial and Reviews for a great interview. He asked a lot of great questions. You can buy Sister Ali's book from Amazon. The link is below in the description. Her guide is so necessary for today's man and woman. Support the channel by hitting up the Cash App. The link is below in the description. Ladies, fellas, if you want to hear a balanced analysis on topics like this, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click that notification bell and all so you receive notifications whenever a new video is posted. You'll be the first to know. Also, don't forget to like and share.